Everybody remembers the greats, the iconic moments, the clutches, the major final, the iconic moments that make a game. But what about the bad? And I mean the really bad. The worst of the worst, and even like the sewer water. Well, today I'm going to tell you about that exact game. So buckle in everybody, as I tell you about the worst Tier 1 Rainbow Six Siege game. The year is 2021. Stage 2 of the NAL region is on its way. Stages are a way for each region to find out who's the top team, and for that team to qualify for the next upcoming S tier event. Wait. Why does it always have to be NA? Like, I know we are one of the most inconsistent regions in the world, but like, come on, why is it always gotta be us? It's been 5 days of competitive matches between all the teams in NA. However, there are some that are falling behind the pack. And this is where we meet the antagonists of our story. Beast Coast and Exit are both really young teams in the scene. Exit literally joining just that very year. And in 2021, both of these teams struggling to find results would be an understatement. Leading up to day 5, both of these teams are winless. And what would be the perfect storm to setting up this game is even better. They're the first game of the day. However, this isn't the first time these two teams have found themselves near the bottom. Back in Stage 1, what looked like to be a competitive game, Exit would have a 3-1 lead, and then get absolutely railed.
The rest of his team is going to have to do some more work, and with that wall being opened up, well, there's a lot more angles for the attackers to play off of. Beast Coast with an advantage. Exit tries to equalize, but it's still an advantage for Beast Coast, but it's a 2v3. With 20 seconds remaining, Thomas will play around the bomb chassis, watching that classical hallway. There's the opening that will have to be peeked by the sledge. Thomas is better. Shotgun up. He'll go for broke, and all three of them are his. Ring around the rosy. Thomas is the one who ends up completing that. And Exet is...
A few moments later.
We'll see if Sipin's able to get this flank off. Not great droning, but he might be spotted. Finally is spotted, but oh, creators, you need to have a little bit more patience, my man. I know it's weird that Sipin's at books, but wait for the drone to call it clear before you push in. Another kill there for Sipin as he repositions to vault. He's got the rotation already set up, and as Butters loses half of his HP. Yeah, Sipin's low, but he's gonna get a third as Thomas vaults in through Boar window, and it looks like Sipin has just secured the round.
Playing off of themselves. I don't think I've actually seen a pro-level matchup involve these many gunfights. This many gunfights. That just, there's no intel. Here again.
Easiest 4K.
Sipin is one away from claiming every single player in this server, and you can take a timeout, but you can't take Sipin out of the server. He's got the case down in front of him. All he needs to do is peek 90, and he sees it! It's an ace, it's a flawless round, and it's the matchup for Beast Coast.
Still, in Stage 1, both of these teams will finish at the bottom of NAL. I will spoil it all right now, dear viewer. Both of these teams would not like a redemption arc. So here we go. Title card, please. Getting ready for the first game of the day, the poor casters are trying to hype up a winless Exit versus Beast Coast. And who are these poor casters? Well, just the legend himself, Kickster, and Caliber Jacob, who I actually really enjoy listening to him cast. And I hope he's doing well, because we haven't seen him since 2023 Atlanta. The map that would be chosen would be Consulate, a pretty popular map in NAL, and being one of the few maps that actually lean attacker favor. Getting into the operator bands, we get the usual suspects: Nomad, Valkyrie, Thatcher, and Aruni? Hold up. Aruni? Oh man. The warning signs were already there. The first round of the game, Beast Coast would opt to go for a basement setup. However, they go for a strat that's popularized by TSM, setting up a full map roam. Strategies like this are really strong in Rainbow Six Siege, mainly because you're wasting the time and the utility of the attackers before they even get to the bomb site. Oh wait, Beast Coast immediately fall back to site after setting up the top floor. Exit have a great pace at clearing the map, and are now looking to set up an attack on the basement, and it just in at a minute 30. But for some reason they start to slow down. So much so that it is a 5-on-5 and are just now opening the garage wall. Still, the kills come in for Exit. It's a 5-on-3. Turns into a 4v2 with attackers getting the plant. But Anthony has something to say about it.
Now SMG-11 in hand though, perfect weapon! Thomas and Anthony now in the 1v1. Thomas is above, looking down from his perch. All he needs to do is hold this post plant. Anthony has no idea what he's facing.
Gets himself into the 1v1, but with little time and no top floor control, Exit take round 1. Oh man, what a crazy tense first round. Surely, it can't go more than that, right? Well, for round 2, Beast Coast wants to run it back. However, they make one crucial change. They actually decide to hold the top floor. While nothing really goes down on top floor, Rudy and Tellers wants all the smoke.
Haven't cleared the rest of it, and I'm curious to see if the members of BC who are upstairs also make the play back. First kill is Rudy chucking a nitro, finds Razor. Goodbye to Yana. She was really influential in the intel game last round, but will fall by the wayside. And another one is Filthy. Cannot grab the refrag. Rudy's all by himself. Inside Tellers 3, right in a row. Rudy grabs his frags, heads downstairs. Your job is done, sir.
Now, remember how I said this was an attacker-sided map? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and start this counter for no real reason. Beast Coast opt for the split side next, that being Tellers and Server Room. Exit is moving very slowly throughout the map. However, they are pushing Beast Coast out of the bottom site, making them set up for a retake. But that's just fine with them. Beast Coast have brought 5 operators with all having a nitro. Still, Exit are just way too slow. So slow that they just have to run in at the site with only 17 seconds left.
Up, it will be by creators. Site control, yes, but not really any potential plant, as the pulse is going to be a big problem. Razor has ejected himself into the site, but he's going to be swatted away by Anthony. Creators will get one, but downed, and that's the diffuser on the floor yet again. With man advantage and time advantage, Beast Coast need but wait and deny the...
Filthy is left with just trying to force the plant, but Bio stops it. Round 4, we head to the lobby and piano site. Rudy and Anthony are set up on the stairs outside of admin. Razor is able to get a kill on Rudy, however Thomas falls right into the trap and heads straight for Anthony, who has been waiting there. Exit get tunnel vision onto Anthony, so much so that they don't clear the rest of the top floor, allowing Bio and Sippin to flank them. Even though they had Zero, who has the ability to set up flank cams, Exit have to hold off on the side hit to re-clear the top floor. But there's just one problem. They have 50 seconds left to take the site and plant. With only office control, Exit have to walk in the front door where Fozo is on the mirror window, and well...
Mirror window, because the lifelines, the impacts, they missed. So the C4 is going to be here for Fozo. Out it goes, and it's a land onto creators. That's your coverage gone. Filthy above will win one, but not the second.
Beast Coast has the ball rolling, and yet again goes to the basement site. And I'm just going to let y'all know ahead of time, this round is going to make some of y'all really mad. Okay, Beast Coast start with 3 players on the top floor. Exit know about Simpin, who is on yellow. The guy on Skylight pushes him back, followed by the guy on piano window pushing him back even more. But whoever is in Visa lets him go. Simpin is able to get to Banana for free. Now Rudy, who is in office, is a dead man walking. He's getting pressure from Jarvis on window and Razor, who is now at top yellow. Razor has a layup. Rudy's behind a soft wall and whiffs. Jarvis, who was on window, now decides to swing Rudy. Like, y'all don't understand how frustrating this is. Rudy is stuck, and instead of a 1-2-3 push, they just 1v1 him. And, well, Razor dies, and I'm gonna be honest, Jarvis is very lucky to be alive. But still, we're back at a 4v4. Still though, Exet's worst enemy is back. Time management. 50 seconds left, and they still don't have garage door open or hatches. No clue how they're going to hit the site. And I don't think they do either. Making it worse, Exit players are running around the outside with now 30 seconds left on the clock. Now Sippin, the man who got away with his life and is still in Banana. He can win this round right now. All he needs is a quick double kill, and the diffuser is at his feet.
They've got no time to do anything with...
Oh my god, dude, no way. And now in a 4v2. But there is no time. There's only 10 seconds left, no time to check corners or drone. They have to get the diffuser downstairs now. Exit run right into sight, only to get gunned down, losing the round. Now, I'm sure you realize by now, Exit are running the same operators every time, which normally isn't that big of a problem. However, you've lost 3 straight rounds in a row. and has still decided to make 0 changes to your lineup or change the way you're playing the game. And Jarvis, he's playing Hibana, the only hard breach, let alone no other player is bringing secondary hard breach, meaning that while Hibana is a great operator and very useful and versatile in what she's able to do, you're only limited to either one taking hatches or getting garage wall in this case. But none of that matters because they do nothing with it. And don't even get me started on Sippin' and Banana, or exit players running around like headless chickens with 30 seconds left on the clock and are still running around outside. Oh, and I didn't forget. Thank the Lord, round 6 is a normal execute. Exit do make some change in that they bring the Jackal to deal with the roamers. Rudy still manages to get the flank on Spiral, but is shortly cut down on his retreat. Exit is using actual pace and aggression to take the site and win. Exit will finish the half with only 2 rounds out of 6, in what is the better half. But like Intero says, Siege is a game of 2 halves. And well, let's just see if Beast Coast, moving to the better side with their momentum, is able to take their first win of the stage.
Sharp razor when I'm making moves. Big blather beats banging.
Exit would start their defensive side on the split side. Things are looking up for them. It's a 4v2 with only 30 seconds left for Beast Coast to get in and get the kit down. Want to see what a misread looks like? Thomas is beneath the Teller site. He's able to stop Fozo from planting. Oh, and look at this. He is on pulse. He's able to see operators through the floor and wall. Well, he messes up his own ping after seeing Fozo on the scanner. Even better, Jarvis comes in and throws his C4 onto the roof, but it's a mile away from Thomas's ping and misses.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
While all that's going down, Rudy gets a kill onto Creators and Fozo picks off Filthy, meaning this went from a 4v2 with little time and no plant to a 2-on-2 with kit down.
A way to get back inside, he will down the sledge, so maybe it's not a complete throwaway. It's all up to Fozo. Rudy will still act as a living drone, even in down but not out. Fozo needs this kill. He knows the pulse is coming through. The swing! Jarvis saves it. Rudy down and out. Defuse will finally be stopped.
Man, that was a close one. I mean, that got very close to Colossal Choke. Best part though, I'm gonna breeze through this round. Exit goes for the piano and lobby site, and take a year to set up the top floor. Exit goes a man down, but pulls it back and plays a crossfire in the trade game to win the round.
Piano and plant, it's not gonna happen. From the side, Razor with the rotate will...
After a horrible round, Beast Coast opt to take their timeout. And while they talk about how they lost their lead, I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, me. If you're liking the video and want to see more, consider liking and subscribing. And maybe also do it for my sanity. I have had to watch this game so many times. You guys only have to watch it once. So think about me, just for this instant. Consider subscribing and liking. It would really help my sanity come back. Okay, and we're back. Exit after the timeout has elected to go for the basement. And Beast Coast call for a pace change. Causing only 40 seconds into the round, we find ourselves into a 2v3.
We haven't gone fully through with that roam clear like you mentioned, and already we're seeing some more of those steps be skipped, but Sippin's decided to take matters into his own hands. He'll grab 2. Rudy's downstairs as well. They're trying to handle the flank from as many different places as they can, but the roam is now getting dismantled. It's been cleared.
Beast Coast, even being a man down, have taken control of site and get the kit down. Even worse though for Exit, they let Anthony get out of the site and run up the ramp. This is the worst thing possible for the defensive side. If you are able to open up the garage wall and get the kit down, let alone run back up the ramp, or you have a teammate already up there, it is near impossible to win the round from there as a defense. Attackers are able to see you from a mile away before you even see them. Anthony is left in the 1v2, and you could not ask for a better clutch moment, but he decides to go about it a different way. Instead, he heads over to Yellow Stairs. Thomas starts to defuse, and all Razor has to do is cover him. Well, Anthony swings and gets the down. Even more crazy, Anthony decides to go deeper into Yellow. He is now stuck and is forced into the awkward repeat. Anthony gets killed, but there's just one more thing against Exit. Time. No one gets back on the defuse. and they are no longer able to win the round. It takes 7 seconds to defuse, and all someone had to do was hold Anthony on stairwell while they defused, and both of them just stared at him. But I'm also going to let you hear Kickstarter's reaction to this. It is absolutely hilarious hearing his sanity leave him.
Even though he has the dream post plant, he's definitely not going to have an easy time holding this one out. Pre-fires are going to be the enemy. Thomas on the disable. And oh, there's the cover! Thomas has to get off now. He can either pick up his teammate or go for the disable. He'll go for the pickup of the teammate. That's a big risk. The rotate from Anthony. I'm not sure if that's the right call because now he's bottlenecked and Razor shuts him down, but there's no time! How poorly can you play that? 7 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, is how long it takes to disable a diffuser. There is no reason for you as the Thermite to put yourself deeper in yellow. It was a complete catastrophe for both sides, and Beast Coast takes it.
Heading back to split site, Beast Coast start the round by clearing top 4, joining out creators, allowing Rudy, who has been on fire this game, to get the kill on him. Now Razor makes a bold play. He decides to lay down next to Vending and Visa. If he gets droned out, it's a free kill for Beast Coast, but if he gets misdroned, well, who knows what could happen.
Aim this map as his own and keep on rearranging the maze as best he can. Right, Anthony is going to open the hatch back up. Oh, Razor was hiding back behind Vending Machine the entire time and nobody droned him.
While it was a one and done, he still managed to waste a little bit of time, putting more pressure on Beast Coast to close the round with only 22 seconds left. But like in round 7, Pulse sees the player on his scanner, and worse, it's his own C4 that misses, allowing the kid to go down in a 4v3.
Now in the post plant, 4 versus 3, the defenders have to retake the site. They've got very little chance of being successful in that endeavor. At least Filthy will take down Bio as he comes up yellow. He'll go for control on the top floor. Even man count now, but only 25 seconds. The retake at top Visa is going to be difficult, and there it is. Sippin goes down. Rudy able to keep it even, though. It's just Fozo now, as Rudy is eliminated in Visa. Fozo's been here before. He can make it happen this time. No bullets, and Filthy! What a nasty shot with the pistol! And he has 1 more second than he needs. Xset will bring it back to even.
That Filthy flank lives up to his name.
That makes 7 defensive rounds won. And just a reminder, guys, this is a attacker-sided map. The game is tied up once again, and Thomas is wanting to set the pace early and goes for a spawn peek, only to get shut down immediately. Playing off the early man advantage, Beast Coast pushed the defenders back, getting the kid down in lobby, and with really no way of coming back, Exit get picked off in the cross, 1 by 1. Beast Coast are on map point. Win this round, and you can say you are not the worst team in North America. Exit decide to run it back in lobby, and are fighting to make it to OT. We are left with a minute in, and Beast Coast are just now entering the building and are already down to 2v5. And let me ask you something. Want to see something that's worse than a misdrone?
Player above, as he pushes up the Visa staircase, that's going to be his main mission, knowing that there are roamers still up top because they haven't been cleared. Sees the foot of his opponent, but doesn't react, and falls back down.
Now, let's jump back to the site. Anthony has smoked off the guy in bathroom and goes for the jump in, but gets gunned down from the guy in bathroom. Now, for whatever reason, Fozo just runs past the guy in bathroom, giving up his life for free, leaving Bio in the 1v4. And can you believe it, guys? We are heading for overtime. I really hope that was a miscom by Beast Coast, because Anthony saw the bullets come from bathroom, and unless Fozo is playing with team chat off, there's really no good reason for him to sprint past bathroom just dying like that. Okay, here we are, folks. Overtime. Because the worst game ever couldn't just end in regulation. Well, here we are, round 13, baby. And Beast Coast is trying to take the top floor control, but Exit has another plan.
Is definitely a concern. But wipe those rounds from your memory. Only these 3 rounds matter. Now, yes, the way we got to this point, the road to here does still factor into play, but still, 3 rounds, then you can go home. But is it with a win? Razor finally picking up again. Neither one of those players is able to find the kill, and Sledge makes out with all of his HP, and now all of it's gone. And he's still getting away with his life. He can work now more on this roam, and it's a double man lead now.
Yeah, they put themselves in a great spot, and it looks like they are firmly on that comeback right now. These teams just have terrible attacks. Biologic and Sippin, the last two attackers now, and there's one for Bio, but he's now alone. He'll need to ace clutch this. And earlier, you know, I'm not sure who's going to be the winner here because, frankly, it's just been a story of defender-sided matches.
Off a dominant defense, Xset are now on map point. They now have a chance to win the game and not be the worst team in North America. Creators has a drone on Rudy, but Rudy is also ready for the walk-in below, prepped with the C4. Still, for a round-deciding play, Creators goes for the kill and whiffs. And boy is he lucky, because he saw Rudy with that C4 prepped, and it very well could have been a 2K if it wasn't shot out by Filthy. Now, we have Sippin, outside bathroom in a very strong spot, with a round-defining chance to get a kill on Filthy. And he gets it. Xset are now man down with just barely a minute to plant. Razor and Creators now have to flush out Sippin before hitting the site. All Sippin has to do is just waste time and maybe get out with a kill.
So far, even though they lost the Filthy there, they could get the read, but Razor, why are you trying to take a...
Are we kidding? Even Razor cannot believe he got away with it. Now, with 40 seconds left, Thomas goes to get the K-Claws off a garage wall so Jarvis can open garage and plant. But he misses the nade. With 15 seconds left, Xset have to run down yellow into sight.
One left for Anthony. Here comes the push from yellow. The flashes are in. Fozo grabs one, but the refrag is there. 3 versus 3. But who's going to get the plant? No one's going to have time. Razor tries to go in, but gets stopped. Bio and Anthony are cleaning house. Diffuser is down, and Beast Coast say, we're not done yet.
Oh my lord, this game will never end. Well, here we are. The final round of the game. Winner takes all. One team will have their first win, and the other will be the joke of the NAL region. Round 15 would end on piano and lobby site. We are a minute into the round, and Filthy is hearing voices, because he just wastes his C4 at nothing. Beast Coast have taken control of the entire east side of the map, and are now setting up for a front door take, it looks like. However, Thomas has something else to say.
Is massive for Beast Coast. They have to maintain that cutoff. What a shot!
Because he hits a laser of a shot. Beast Coast are fading out there. Stuck in a 2v5, what on earth can they do about it?
Though, as it's just Anthony and Bio in a 1v or 2v4, and as Bio gets one, Creators downed as well, Beast Coast is actually in a somewhat winnable position. 30 seconds here, and Anthony, what a kill onto Filthy! As he goes down, it's a 2 versus 2.
Anthony starts to get the plant down, and Razor is going for the pickup on Creators. But you can feel it, can't you? That feeling that Beast Coast are gonna do it. Against all odds, clawing their way back into the round. Beast Coast are going to win this game. Well, you can take that and throw it into the trash, because Jarvis does this.
To cover, and he's gonna do a great job of it, but no! Jarvis drops from CEO!
Now Bio, left all alone, knows there's a guy on piano, but for some insane reason, Bio does the one thing you should never do when you know there's someone just around the corner.
Oh! Bio still has time to win the fights, but why are you sprinting, Bio?
I mean, it makes no sense. I guess the voices in his head were telling him to, because Bio would just sprint around the corner straight into Jarvis's crosshair. Now Kickster has fully lost his mind, and just listen.
Old man Jarvis
Why?
coming in clutch. Oh boy. If you need to let out more rage and frustration, Michael, I understand.
You know where he came from! Your teammate could only have died from 2 positions! CEO drop and yellow door! Why are you sprinting? Take the fight! I'm done.
Okay.
And even better yet, there's a face cam for it.
The plant going down. Bio has to cover. And he's gonna do a great job of it, but no! Jarvis drops from CEO! Bio still has time to win the fights, but why are you sprinting, Bio?
Xset would go on to win one more game against Mirage. Sadly for Beast Coast, they would have a winless stage 2. Still, neither team will qualify for the Sweden Major. At the end of the year, Xset the org would dissolve and become M80. Still though, the future is bright for both of these orgs. It would just take some time, because in 2024, Beast Coast would qualify at number 1 in the NAL and go on to win the Manchester Major, in what is undoubtedly one of the greatest runs in this game. In 2025, they will win the Munich Major with, suspiciously, a similar core. But you can check out that in one of my previous videos. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And remember, everyone remembers the greats. The legendary moments, the clutches, the major finals. Games like this remind us why greatness is so hard to achieve. Because when the right calls and the right plays are made, we have peak cinema. That's what makes Seige such a beautiful game. However, when we don't, we get. Anyways, that's all from me. Have a great day. Bye.